guys, Rachel CPR here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very different video for you. I'm going to be talking to you about belly bands for waist training. I have been doing exactly that. I have been trying to train my waist, and in the beginning it was a little bit difficult for me, and so I thought I would just share with you the things that I've discovered in the time that I have been waist training. It hasn't been very long. It hasn't been very long for this period that I've been doing it, but I have been using a belly band for absolute years. I just want to share with you all the tips and tricks that I have found to be helpful. Of course, everyone is different, but I wanted to share with you the things that I found to be helpful, and hopefully you will find them helpful as well. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I have been waist training. There are so many different things that have happened, especially with, staying at home a lot. I noticed that my stomach is not where I want it to be, and I spend almost the entire summer in the pool. So I need to be able to wear a bathing suit. And so as far as being bathing suit ready, I don't like to say bathing suit ready or summer body ready, only because it's not necessarily a thing of just being healthy for a certain time of the year as much as I want to be healthy overall. So I'm just going to show you some things that I'm using for my core outside of working out. Yes, I am working out. I do crunches, I do rows, because I do feel that they help strengthen my core, my back, as well as my abs. And so I do all of those things, but to help me along, to push me forward a little bit faster, I have some other things. And one of them is the waist training. Now I have 3 waist trainers or body slimming belts, waist slimming belts. I'm going to start off with the one that I got first. And the one that I got first is actually a belt that I purchased. Wow. I think it's been over 10 years. Yes, definitely over 10 years that I bought this belt itself. Just for a little backstory, I have 3 children, and I've had 3 cesareans. And so sometimes when you have a cesarean, it can be a little difficult for you to get your midsection back. I always got my midsection back, even after my last child. So this is not necessarily baby tummy that I have stay in place tummy. So this belt that I have, I got after my daughter, and my stomach went away like almost right away. I think it was only 2 weeks before my stomach was back to being flat. But I got this one, and yes, it's all ratty and tatty because it's 10 years old and it's been through the wash a million times. So this is the first one that I got, and I believe I got it from TJ Maxx, and the full stretch out is like this. And they do still sell these. I went in there just recently and they still had these. This is the Bally's brand, and they still have them, and they're almost the same price, $6. So this is a really good way of doing your body trimming. The difference with this is when you use this for body shaping, you really, well, this one I cut, I should say that too. I had to cut this because it was too long. It's a one size fit all kind of a thing, and so the end was designed not to go around multiple times. Like one of them I'm going to show you, as much as it was just designed to fit a man or a woman and to slim down that way. Now the other way that I use this is almost like a weight belt, in that when I am going to be doing like deadlifts or anything like that, I would put this on. If I would go to the sauna at the gym, before I actually don't have my gym membership anymore, I just don't feel comfortable going to the gym. So I mean, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I use this in the sauna. I would put this on, and anytime I know that I'm going to be doing a lot of lifting, like from the waist, I will put this on. And this is a great one because it doesn't bend. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one that I have, I got this one after my last child, my 10-year-old. And this is from the company Genie hourglass. And this is what it looks like. And this definitely looks like a weight belt, and it has ribbing on the inside. See that? And not ribbing, it's boning, almost like a corset, like an old-fashioned corset. That's what this has. But the other thing that it has is it has 2 ways of securing the Velcro around your waist. And so you have this part that goes around your belly, And then you take this right here and you really cinch in your waist so that you can get the ultimate in your body training. And this one I like a lot, and it's real. You can't really move a lot with it. So sometimes if I'm doing housework, I will put this on to body train with, to waist train with, but this right here is not one that I can do much activity with because it doesn't really bend, but it is very, very effective. Now the last one that I have is the most recent purchase for me, and this one I saw on Facebook. There was like a random ad for it, and that is this belly band here. And I did order this one on Amazon, and this is what it looks like. You see the ends have the Velcro, and then a little bit further in you have the second part of the catching Velcro area. And so you put this around your waist and you just make it look like this, and then you take the bulk of this, which is extremely long. Look at this. And you continue to wrap it around your belly, and you wrap it so that you kind of cinch your waist in. Not uncomfortable. You can do it very uncomfortably, but I don't do it uncomfortably because you can definitely stop up your breathing. And so I usually just do it to a comfortable rate, and this one is the one I've been using most often. But I want to show you how I use these, because I do find that even if there's a time where if you want to wear it underneath your clothes, you definitely can. But I'm trying to find a way to say the things that can happen when you are waist training. When you put one of these waist trainers on, what it does is it takes your excess fats, like from your midsection, and it kind of pushes it someplace else, so that, because it doesn't just disappear. And so it kind of pushes it to another part of your body. So if you were to secure this entirely too tightly, you may find that maybe like up here, you may feel a little bulge. If you have a lot of fat in your midsection, you may feel a little bulge above the band or below the band, and that will stay. Okay, because it kind of, especially if you have it on for a period of time, that area will stay with that, with the fat there. So you can kind of move the fat around and cause bulges in other areas other than your midsection. And so you have to be careful with it. If you wrap your midsection too tightly, you'll give yourself a weird kind of a figure where you have just bumps and lumps in other places. So you just have to be careful with that. So what I tend to do is I do not over wrap my body so that my body is like snatched in really, really tightly, because you can do that. Instead, what I do is I do a moderate wrap, and I try to simply work with the wrap that I do. And this is the other thing that I have been doing. And this is a new one, so this is not anything that I've worn. This is a girdle type bottom. And this is something that I will put over one of these belts to keep everything nice and smooth. And I hope that's making sense. So I wrap my body with my waist trainers, and then I take this smoothing tummy tucker and I'll put that on over it so that nothing is distributed to a weird place. It's actually evenly distributed. I hope that makes sense. And I get the sculpting pants that have like either lace at the bottom or just like just this raw edge, because this doesn't show through as much. And then this is a little TMI, but I mean, there are only women that watch my channel. So it has an open area here so that you're not suffocating in any way and being too tight. And then the band at the waist is nice and smooth. You see how the edges don't have anything lumpy and bumpy? That makes a really big difference. But it does secure and make everything smooth so that your body does not distribute the extra fat in your midsection to a weird place where you have something that you didn't even have before that you're worried about. So again, yes, it's a lot, but I'm telling you, this has been great. The other thing that I have been doing, like I said, I have been working out to work in harmony with what I am trying to do. And I'm just trying to accelerate my progress only because it's already time for me to be out in the pool in another few weeks, and I need for it to be now. So the other thing that I'm doing is a weighted hula hoop. This is my hula hoop that I purchased from Five Below. Can you imagine? So this is my weighted hula hoop, and I will tell you on this side, where is it here? I had to tape it because it came apart. I don't know if I dropped it or what, but it is a little bit, I think this is probably a good 3 or 4 pounds. So that's a lot to do with a hula hoop, but it definitely gives you really quick results, but it really makes you tired. You're not supposed to use it within an hour of eating any kind of a meal because it definitely puts pressure on your belly. But this is something else that I am using to just accelerate to the goal that I want to reach. So if you have anything else that you have been doing, if this is something that you're doing, I guess for me, I'm 49 years old now, and so whereas before I would just say, okay, I'll leave the gluten-free Oreos alone and I would just lose the weight right away, but now it's not like that, and so I have to just like work a little bit harder to get my midsection to where I want it to be, and I'm okay with that. It is what it is, but it's just a matter of I have to get there. So please, if you have any tips that you can add to my list of things that I shared with you, I would really appreciate it, especially if you have any tips on the waist training. Tell me if you've ever waist trained, if you are waist training, what your experience was or is with your waist training, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.